Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fatamorga. Playing on Northern side as the Legion of the Damned, we've got Korn Champ. Playing on Southern side as the Sisters of Battle, we've got, oh gosh, this could be hard, Tokyo Origu Thrift Carrot. Tokyo will be going for a missionary, a novitiate sister squad, a Adeptus Sororitas Convent, and a plasma generator for his opening. Whereas Korn Champ is going to go for a whole smorgasbord of Legion Outriders, a couple of Legionnaires, Atticus Centurius, and then going into Tier 2. So this is a very interesting matchup. I do believe it's going to be a game of two halves, in the sense that the Sisters are going to have a major advantage in the beginning of the game, because one of the weaknesses that the Legion of the Damned have is having their morale broken. Quite resilient are their models and units when their morale is up, but when the morale is down, they do die pretty quickly. And while the Sisters, they've got a bajillion million stuff in the way of flamers, which do well with morale. Then in the later stage of the game, when they get their morale upgrades, it's harder to break them, and they get their dreadnoughts and their predators, terminators, etc., etc., Amen, then the Legion of the Damned is going to be quite stonky. I'd have to say, at least that's my prediction. That is how my brain has predicted the way these are going to go, which probably means that it's going to go the completely opposite way, because that's usually how my predictions for these games go. But yeah, it'll be... Oh, right, okay, we're going to go straight to Tier 2. It's quite interesting, but I suppose you've not really got much out, which might actually do the Legion of the Damned quite some serious favours, actually. It's what they're going to get the Legion Outriders out, and this is going to take quite a while to actually build up. Legion will just start capping all their stuff. Their listing posts allow their Portal of the Damned to have more health or just regen quicker, something like that. And yeah, they'll be able to get some map control on the go, which the more map control the Legion of Damned have, the more things you need to snipe out before you're able to actually take on the portal itself. I made this mistake a long time ago when I was playing against the Laughing Max in one of our cast of, what was it called? Clash of Casters, I think that's what we called it. And I tried to attack the Portal of the Damned before killing the listening posts. And while that bad boy just takes a million years to kill, I mean, what at the moment it's got 15,000 health, as opposed to the usual standard 6,000 health, or something around that health mark that normal HQs have. So double the health, and it regens. So quite the pain to snipe out if it's got all its listing posts up and at them. Every bottle turret's been placed down next to the listing post over here. Would like to see that listing post somewhere a little bit here, just to protect both these places here. But that's fine. I suppose if you upgrade this and put them next to each other, then it's harder to kill one or the other. Legion Outriders just chilling out at the moment. They've caught all their bits and bobs at the moment, so they're probably expecting the Sisters to come on down, but are not anticipating them to go into Tier 2 straight away for the Celestians. Now, Celestians are ideal for breaking down vehicles and buildings. Got to remember that these Legion Outriders aren't technically vehicles, they are demons. So maybe that's what... Oh, what was your name? Sorry. Tokyo. I'm not going to read the full name. I'm just going to call you Tokyo. That's the plan, Mr. Sacristan. Legion thinking about coming down here, deciding against it, and we'll just ride about nonchalantly, capturing the critical location in the centre. And maybe that's the plan. Yeah, we can already see the smoke rising from the centre of this critical location. And that is their plan right there. No major aggression going on from either side at the moment, which the Sisters are probably going to be kicking themselves later for it. But then again, I assume they want to get all their squads out first and foremost. They've now got triple Celestians and a squad of Novitiates with a missionary inside there. I want to see that missionary join one of the actual Celestians, just in case any damage befalls them and some laying of hands is required. More turrets been placed on the right-hand side. Atticus Centurius is out on the field, and he's got no morale, so he's able to take a fair bit of damage on that front lines. And now we're seeing the first bolt pistol fire of the match. At 4 minutes in, Jesus Christ. What a slow game so far. But he's going to come in and start smacking around this listing post, bringing the Sisters over. Ringing that dinner bell, so to speak. And the Celestians, although they've not gone for their upgrades as of yet, are very deadly with their bolt guns. Look at that, just able to resist all the incoming damage. Still taking a fair bit, but that is because there is a lot of incoming fire. These no ones push around this Atticus Centurius. Also able to get a friendly Animus Malarum, or a Skull Probe if you want to be not too fancy. Means that if he dies, they're able to reinforce him a lot quicker than if you're building him from the Portal of the Damned. Combined arms fight of the Legion Outrider. Got some Legionnaires coming over. Quite slow are the actual infantry models themselves. Laying of hands been placed on the... there we go. Good man. Swapping the missionary into the Celestian squad. A bit of back and forth here. I believe that the sisters do have the winning firepower in this engagement, especially for those Inferno pistols on the squadron veterans. Legionnaires unable to escape this incoming fire, although look at how much damage they're taking. In fact, they're taking practically 0 damage when the morale is up, but morale being broken. Now it's incoming. Although when the morale is broken for any legionary, or should I say Legion of the Damned infantry, their actual outgoing damage is massively increased in a hiding little warp pocket, or whatever you would call that ability. Yeah, just 2 legionaries killing almost a full squad of Celestians once the morale's broken. There's still 1 dude hiding. Now we're going to start going over here, realising actually there's not much on the board for the Legion of the Damned at the moment. They are currently taking up into Tier 2. Going for more Legionaries, which is interesting. I can't imagine seeing many more of these guys on the field at the moment. Do you have more people inside the... Oh, I'm on the wrong side, sorry. They've got no one saved up in the portal at the moment. Listening post been taken down. What economy has Sister got going on at the moment? 80 infected, not amazing at the moment. Going to go for Confessor. In case any more infantry comes out. What the Lonely Legionary over here has survived. He's going to get some more friends. Going to get 2 models at the beginning. Although from these listing posts, they do get a lot of research, where they can get some upgrades for themselves. And see what I mean? Like, they've got all this incoming firepower, and it's doing practically no damage. I mean, it is gradually over time, but just look at that health bar. It's just point blank refusing to move. And that is because they've got a couple, in fact, they've got triple listing posts on the go for them. But they've got quadruple. Oh my goodness. Yep, you absolutely cannot take out this Portal of Damned until you've taken out all its nerds. There we go, they're going to fall back. They have got their crack grenades.
4 minutes.
Snipe this out ASAP. That will also cancel the research. I do believe that was the... Oh, what was it called? They've got really silly names they have. Like, see what I mean? It's like the Emperor's Dream becomes lucid is just their health upgrade. Which is... You know, I guess it's all just poetry. For whatever reason. I don't know if the Legion of the Damned are known for their poetry. There we go. Sisters. Now we're going to throw some crack grenades at those heavy bottle turrets. Get them quick and sharpish. With each listed post that goes down, the maximum health gets reduced. That is my understanding. Legion Outriders still on the field, and they have captured. Yep, they've captured 1, 2, and 3 critical locations. These Outriders will have been nowhere near capable of standing up against all these Celestians. They have the Tarot card ability from Atticus Centurius, which increases the amount of range damage, and I think melee damage as well these guys take. Grenade in front of it. Was that a grenade? No, that was the Hunter. A converted Rhino. That fires just basically a long-range AoE kind of rocket in there. Don't think it does incredible amounts of damage. No, not particularly. It's just more for the knockback AoE stuff that it does. It's going to absolutely stay away from these Celestians, or it will die pretty quickly. I'm going to try and fight against this Portal of Damned once again. And they're doing a bit more damage to it, I think. I suppose it's also building up stuff as well, so that's how the Legion of the Damned kind of work. They don't have an economy. They just have portal health. Portal health is increased by listing posts. The more they build, the less the health is. The smaller their army, the harder it is to base trade with them. Hunter just blasting off in here. Celestians have gone for 1 or 2 melter guns spread between their ranks. You have the nascent dreams of the dying Emperor, the building unit for the Legion of the Damned. Practically immortal. Can't really kill them, except for when you hit them with specific kinds of weaponry. Which it says in their tooltip, energy weaponry, which means nothing to me. Got plasma guns, melter guns, all that stuff. I don't know what classes as an energy weapon. Maybe a las cannon or something. But then would that mean that a las gun kills the Dreams of Dying Emperor? Not sure. Not sure. But they do have quite the decent survival rate, able to also keep those hunter vehicles online. Since they're falling back, they're going to regroup. A bit confused as to why they're probably starting thinking, why haven't we won yet? We're inside their base. There were a million of us. But actually, while this has gone on, it's been a decap over yonder. Legion Outriders attempting to bring the sisters back by destroying their listening post, which I suppose has been successful. We'll see a lightning fighter. And enemy number one is going to be the hunter for them. Doesn't do much damage, but like I say, knocks them around, which then gives these Legionnaires enough space to start getting some damage done. Are able to get 3 models in their squad. I wonder if that's not necessarily a upgrade from the listening post, but tied to the tiers of the Portal of the Damned. Attica Centuria is going to be re-recruited. Tier 3 then on the way, and then more Legionnaires. See the listening post being rebuilt. Lightning Fighter strives on in. Looking for some potential targets here. There we go, he's found the hunter. Well, I don't know if the vehicles for Legion of the Damned are any more resilient to incoming damage, much like their infantry. Doesn't seem like it, though. Here comes Celestians, now armed with a few more tools of the trade. Listening person destroyed. Quick Sharpish. Another explosion. But just a sliver of damage done to them, really. Let's strive on forward. And looking like they're going to be breaking down that heavy bottle turret. Quick Sharpish. Morale being dropped really quickly on these guys. Smite also been popped around the backside. The moment that morale drops, very nice to see. Attempting to put them inside some sort of warp hole. Don't think that's worked for them. Or has it? Maybe it has. Yes, it has. Okay, so one Legionnaire just hiding off in there. The rest of these guys falling relatively quickly. Attica Centuria's back in there. Lady's dying pretty quickly to these souped up, broken Legionnaires. Legion Outrider over here being focused down as the lady's been blasted left, right and centre by this hunter that's managed to survive another engagement just by running away. And that makes sense because you don't want it on the front lines. Why ever would you want that when it can fire more or less like a quarter way across the battlefield? Sisters going left and right trying to chase it down, but plenty of Dreams chasing after him. It's a case where the Legion of Damned aren't chasing their Dreams are chasing them. The Legionnaire that was hiding survived, but then it's going to hide again. Being very shy. So they've got no other options, they're just going to start firing at the listening post best they can and try and nudge down the health of the Portal of the Damned. Still got 3 on the go for them. Yep, just 3 at the moment. Which is, yep, we've learned in the past it's not going to help them. They definitely need to focus down on those a lot more. Got plenty of money there. What are you buying at home? Not buying anything, you're just being confused. I think at the moment they're just being in a bit of a shell shock. Trying to puzzle themselves as to why is such a small amount of units killing them so quickly? And why is such a large amount of them not killing the base of the novitiates and the lightning fighter trying to take down that hunter? The moment they're about to kill the Legionary squad, they just go into that little warp pocket. It's been insanely infuriating for them. They'll go throw a little melter bombs at them, try and blast down that health. Might be able to get it if that lightning fighter focuses down on them. Celestians trying their best to keep up with them. But now only 4 models, or should I say 3 Celestians and 1 Confessor left over. Managed to keep up with that hunter, but still being repaired by those dreams. This must be so frustrating from the sisters' perspective. But they've got plenty of money to bounce back from. What's the plan here? They're going to go for some more plasma generators. And into tier 3. Okay. Bigger, badder units. I wonder if penitent engines would be the way forward here. I mean, when you think about walkers tend to be not all that useful in a lot of engagements. Unless, of course, they're like the ranged variants like your Mortis Dreadnoughts and your Hellfire Dreadnoughts. But penitent engines are quite quick. So they'll be able to keep up the hunters. They'll be able to also smash straight into the Legionnaires. And I don't think that their melee damage against vehicles is all that good. Be able to just throw them in the front lines. And even when their morale's broken, they won't be killing your Celestians all that quickly. But they're spending the money. And that's the main thing. For double plasma generators. No more extra units. They are reinforcing their Celestians there and their Novitiates within their Mega Fire. Are these... Oh, they're both Celestians. Oh, you've gone for one extra one. Fair enough. Okay. Ignore me. That's because they're curious. Now, continuing the job that he started roughly about 10 minutes ago. That hunter, though, being such an annoyance. Keeping these girls on their backsides, preventing them from getting any shots off. Also, stopping them from retreating in a efficient manner as well. I suppose that helping them in that case, by pushing them backwards. A tier 3's popped. What are you going to go for? Going to go straight for a Cassador. Oh, sorry, Cassador? A Quesadilla. A Castigator. That's what we call them. Haha. Which, again, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work out for you. Like I said, I think the Penitent Engine is the way forward here, but I suppose maybe the Castigator will be able to keep up with this Hunter. If you go for the anti-vehicle stuff on them, should be able to break it down quite quickly if those dreams are kept at bay, but you can't really do anything against those dreams. Can't stop them. Legionnaires now going for more models in their squads. Make them all the more deadly, although standing in front of that melter gun, the listening post, breaking them around instantly, more or less. Terror of the Emperor, making them easier targets. Instigator driving right down the middle, going straight for that twin autocannon. Hopefully help them against the Hunter over yonder. Just now falling back for reasons, not sure if this is the way forward. Unless they're waiting for the Confessor to come forward. Break the morale, then throw a big smite in there. We've seen that before earlier on in the match. Does a lot of damage to them. And bursting them down is really what you want. Well, I suppose you've broken the morale and they're going to start taking damage, so maybe the idea is to break the morale and then just leave them to fester. It takes a long while for them to regen their health, or their morale even. There we go, coming back in. Looking once again, there we go. Huge smite. Is that a squad wipe? Potentially. Almost. Oh no, they're not finishing him off. Oh dear, they thought they killed him. Now they're focusing on someone else. Ah, there we go, he's dead now. Dying where he stood. Could have been a little tighter. A little bit more efficient. That's because Centurious about to be brought down. There we go. Amazing stuff. And that was quite a difficult engagement for the sisters, in all fairness. Granted, it was only 2 squads, but the way you take them down is very micro-intensive. Hunter now next on the list, but really need to make sure that these Legionnaires are sniped out ASAP. One Celestian squad sent to the sin bin. And with these girls, they don't seem to be doing that much damage against them now. I wonder if they've got some armour upgrades from their listening posts. Here comes another Castigator. We should, in theory, be able to finish these guys off. No problem whatsoever. The other Castigator over here has been burnt to death by a combination of Legionnaires and heavy bottle turrets. This one with its missile launcher upgrade. About to die, actually. But not quite. The most important hit point you have is your last one. A model with 1 hit point does the same amount of damage as a model with 100. This hunter has just refused to die. Refused to die, indeed. And a little bit of a lull. A little bit of a quiet moment in combat. Those castigators seem to have done quite a good job on their own. A Paragon kill team on the way. Paragon kill team, interesting choice. All depend on which upgrades you go for them. I mean, they are able to go for their Power Mace, Mastercrafted Sword, Ministorm, Heavy Flame, and a Multi-Melter. Not really specific for killing any of these Legionaries in range combat, so maybe the idea is for them to go for close combat. But the Assault Terminator squad's coming in there. And, well, they seem to be a little bit faster than the actual Legionaries themselves, which is interesting. Those Stormbolters from the Paragon kill team able to bring in the Pain Train, attempting to capture their relic. If the sisters can get their relic, I mean, it'd be good for obvious reasons. More recon, but also potential for some Saints on the go. Paragon kill team coming in on their own, and then going to focus on the hunter. Their melter gun, but doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. Got to bear in mind that they've only got one in that squad. And a bit misplaced here, actually. We saw how much difficulty there was at killing one squad of Legionaries with about 5 models. There's now 8 of them in a squad. And we're going to try and teleport away. Would have been better to see them supported with these castigators. Now a full squad wipe on the cards for them. It does seem like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Some more Legionaries popped right in the front lines here, as the Assault Terminators seem to have a movement increase when their morale's broken. Unlike the Legionaries, when they have their morale broken, they are a lot slower. Celestia's going to really struggle against them. And the health drop on the Assault Terminators don't seem to be that drastic for them. Canoness coming out. One Castigator has been annihilated. See no upgrades on the weapons for these Legionaries at the moment, as more come forward. Professor's still in there. Canoness maybe a bit preemptive, using that blinding light ability. Does blind Assault Terminators, but only gets Atticus and Churius. These guys on the back lines have not been caught by it, though.
Through the madness of war, we are guided
And the
by
placement castigators left, right and centre as they try and strip down these Assault Terminators. But they're just refusing to die. There we go. Seems like they're taking more damage now. It's taken them so long to wipe them out, and they don't see, yet they're not going to be getting another tank anytime soon. Phosphor grenades. I don't think more grenades is what you want. More actual troops on the ground, but you've got a lot of green money, but not much in the way of blue money anymore. So losing that vehicle manufactorum is going to be a real pain. The second squad of Assault Terminators knocking down that listing post. They have managed to finally take down that Assault Terminator squad. A regular Battle Sister squad armed to the teeth with heavy bolters. Increased range, so they'll be able to stay away from these Legionaries. Might have actually been the idea in the early game. Might have been the idea indeed. But now when you've got Assault Terminators charging forward at your position, I don't think those are the units and weapons you want to go for. And from lofty heights of being inside the base of the Legion of the Damned, with nothing to stop them, nothing to contend their might, seems that the tables have indeed been turned. Just trying to focus down, good lord, you've got all these models firing at this one individual squad, and they're just ignoring them. It's like, yeah, okay, you can fire at us, but we're already dead, maybe. I'm not familiar with my Legion of the Damned lore. Are they dead, or are they just manifested demons? of the Imperium kind. And yeah, you're just basically just on auto reinforce that. Yeah, you're just summoning them over and over again before then going into tier 4. And Tokyo says GG, and that was that. But yeah, so I mean, it could have been done quite quickly if they were able to kill all these listing posts and then just basically focus down on the Portal of the Damned. But I suppose then when they were focusing on the listing posts, more things would have been coming from the portal itself. So I'd say really if that initial push would have got them the victory, but certainly would have slowed the Legion of the Damned down quite considerably. And I was very interested to see that they went for a very quick tier 2. I don't think the Celestians were enough to be able to break down this portal too quickly. So, I mean, what you could have done, you could have just gone for more tier 1 stuff, maybe some more Sisters with Flamers, break the morale for those early game units, cap in these critical locations to force the Legion of the Damned out of their more defensive positions and into trying to be a bit more aggressive. And hopefully, like, if you've got all 3 captured, then you're able to spread them out a little bit more, which might make them a little bit harder to, well, it makes it harder for the Legion of the Damned to fight back. And yeah, that's what I think should have happened in the early game. Not sure how else the later game could have gone on for, because that micro against those 2 Legion of Damned squads down there was more or less perfect. A real problem. The Hunter was unable to really crack on and get that down. I think it did it die at some point in the battle. Must have done, because it's not here anymore. But yeah, anyway, that's my take on the game. So thank you so much, Korn Champ, for sending this game to the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there is also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As for Miss Landshark, pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.